Jane had recently ended her relationship with her boyfriend and was feeling quite down. Consequently, her parents decided to take her on a trip. Her ex-boyfriend had remarked that she was dull, and her parents appeared to share that sentiment, frequently urging her to be more adventurous. However, Jane had no interest in that. All she desired was for someone to accept her as she was. Meanwhile, a spy and assassin named Spencer, an American, was in France for his next assignment to eliminate an accounts dealer. He awaited his target, who soon departed on his luxurious yacht for a hotel. Spencer trailed him and checked into the same hotel. At the hotel, Jane's father, Confield, was in a dispute with the receptionist regarding being assigned separate rooms on different floors. Jane intervened to calm her father and proceeded to her room. In the elevator, Spencer entered, dressed very casually. Jane was utterly captivated by his handsome appearance and muscular physique. Spencer addressed her in French, assuming she was from France, but Jane did not comprehend a single word. Shortly thereafter, the elevator doors opened, and Jane exited. She noticed that Spencer was following her to the beach. He spoke to her again in French. Finally, Jane responded, "I don't know French, and why are you following me?" Spencer answered, "I'm not following you. I came to the beach, and you arrived at the beach in your formal attire." Jane felt embarrassed once more. Spencer began to walk away, but then inquired, "Are you free this evening? I would like to take you to dinner." Jane was elated and replied, "Yes." She hurried to her room to select an outfit for the evening, only to realize she had nothing appropriate. Thus, she dashed to the market to purchase a new dress. That evening, Spencer met Jane for dinner. He praised her new dress, causing Jane to blush. As they conversed, Jane attempted to impress Spencer by fabricating a story, claiming she adored adventure. She also drank a considerable amount of alcohol, pretending to be more adventurous. Spencer then noticed the helicopter of his target leaving. He told Jane that the local club was fantastic. As they headed there, he secretly activated a device that caused the helicopter to explode, killing the arms dealer. Upon arriving at the club, Jane continued to drink heavily to impress Spencer. After a while, she felt her dress was damaged and told Spencer she wanted another drink. While he went to get it, she tried to adjust her dress to look better. A man saw her, approached, and insisted she dance. When Spencer returned and saw the man bothering Jane, he stepped in, attacked the man, and took Jane out of the club. They went back to their hotel room, where Spencer reassured Jane of his support, making her lean closer to him with happiness. He then removed the price tag from her new dress, noting it was still on her clothing. Jane admitted that she had bought the dress that day with plans to return it after their date. She confessed that she usually didn't wear such clothes, rarely drank, and wasn't adventurous at all. Her behavior was solely to impress Spencer, driven by her fear that boys wouldn't like her true self, which had led to the end of her last relationship. As she spoke, Spencer kissed her to soothe her nerves. Jane then asked, "I feel trapped in this dress. Can you help me with it?" Spencer used his knife to cut the dress. She relaxed on the bed, and Spencer told her he liked her, especially her authentic and straightforward personality. Soon after, he revealed to her that he was a spy. However, Jane had already fallen asleep and didn't hear his confession. The next day, their romance blossomed. They spent their days and nights together, growing closer. Spencer visited the cemetery and informed the man that he had completed his mission and did not wish to take on any new ones. He desired to lead a normal life. The man responded that it was not that simple and that the boss would not be pleased. However, Spencer was indifferent to this. After a while, they returned to America. Spencer approached Jane's father to request her hand in marriage. Confield posed numerous questions regarding Spencer's career, to which Spencer had satisfactory answers. What truly impressed Jane's father were Spencer's exceptional shooting abilities. Eventually, they were married. 3 years went by. Spencer proved to be a wonderful husband, diligently caring for their home and for Jane. Jane was consistently happy with him. For Spencer's birthday, Jane planned a surprise grand party. However, Spencer expressed his dislike for large gatherings and stated that he only wanted her company on his birthday. Jane was puzzled by Spencer's attitude, yet he never provided an explanation. The following day, Spencer departed for work. He encountered his neighbors, Max and Lily, who extended an invitation to a party. After accepting the invitation, he proceeded to his office. Spencer is employed as an engineer at a company that primarily specializes in interior design. The workplace is filled with competent employees, particularly Henry, who is quite talkative and enjoys the favor of Spencer's boss. Meanwhile, Jane, who works as a consultant, has just delivered an outstanding presentation, much to her boss's delight. The boss requests that she travel to San Francisco to personally finalize a deal. Jane hesitates, citing her husband's birthday, but her boss insists, asserting that she is the most qualified individual for the task. After leaving the office, Jane contacts her father, Confield, who advises her to accept the assignment, suggesting that they can celebrate the birthday at a later time and that this meeting will benefit her career. She then confers with her colleague, Christian, who encourages her to forego the meeting and spend quality time with her husband, cautioning that otherwise, they may become a dull couple. Jane now finds herself in a dilemma. Back at his office, Spencer discovers the same enigmatic book that his contractor had previously given him. Inside, a note reads, "Come and meet me." He promptly contacts his boss, Holbrook, who informs him of a mission awaiting him. Spencer declines, reminding Holbrook that he has moved on from that life. Holbrook cautions him, "No one else can perform this job but you. And remember, we have alternative methods to ensure your compliance. You are not alone anymore. Your wife is with you as well." Alarmed by the threat to Jane, Spencer consents to take on the job. He retrieves a concealed firearm from his office. At that moment, Confield arrives, inquiring about Spencer's destination. Spencer is taken aback. Confield spots the postcard containing the meeting details. Spencer hastily concocts an excuse, claiming it is from an old acquaintance. Confield invites him to dinner, but Spencer is visibly anxious, prompting Confield to scrutinize him closely. After some time, they arrive home. Spencer suspects that someone is inside. He instructs Confield to park the car and proceeds inside with caution. The house is bustling with relatives and neighbors gathered for a surprise birthday celebration. Jane approaches him, followed by Confield. Jane perceives Spencer's unease. He fabricates an excuse and heads to the washroom. After a short while, he returns to cut the cake. Everyone is reveling in the festivities, yet Jane begins to sense that Spencer is not genuinely happy, despite her efforts. Later, once the party concludes, Henry, a colleague, dozes off outside. Inside, Spencer is not intimate with Jen. Early the following morning, Jane awakens to find Henry still present. She realizes it is the day of his flight. She again observes Spencer's apprehension. As she departs, her neighbor attempts to engage her in conversation, but Jane is unable to comprehend. She contacts her father, requesting that he take Spencer out for dinner today and ensure he is not left alone. Meanwhile, Spencer is preparing coffee when Henry unexpectedly assaults him. They engage in a fierce struggle, with Henry attempting to kill him while Spencer defends himself and retaliates. Eventually, they wreak havoc in the house. Jane returns, intending to surprise Spencer, but she witnesses their altercation, with Spencer grappling with Henry. Alarmed and bewildered, she hears Spencer shout, "Go to my room and retrieve the gun from the drawer." Jane, although perplexed, retrieves the gun. She is unaware of Spencer's true identity or the origin of the weapon. Spencer instructs Jane to shoot. She pulls the trigger, the bullet striking Henry's foot, causing him to collapse unconscious. They secure him to a chair while Spencer examines Henry's phone. It is then that he comprehends the situation. A $20 million bounty has been placed on Spencer's life for anyone who eliminates him. He confronts Henry, asking, "You intended to kill me for such a large sum of money?" Henry responds, "I would kill anyone for that amount." At that moment, the doorbell rings. It is Mary. Spencer draws his firearm, realizing he is no longer safe. Gunfire erupts from behind. He seizes Jane, and they flee to their vehicle. During their escape, Jane inquires, "Will you explain what is happening?" Spencer clarifies, "Before marrying you, I was a detective, and now there is a bounty on my head. Everyone is out to kill me." Henry reappears behind them, shooting. Spencer slashes the car seat with a knife and returns fire. A frantic chase ensues, with him alternating between leading and trailing, both exchanging gunfire. Spencer employs his expertise, throwing dirt to obscure Henry's line of sight. When Henry finally regains his composure, he crashes his vehicle, resulting in his demise. Spencer returns to Jane, urging her to enter the car. Jane responds, "I no longer trust you. Did you marry me to eliminate me?" Spencer assures her, "I love you. I left this profession for you, and now my employer demands I complete one final task. If I fail to do so, these individuals will pursue me. Therefore, I must work to reassure Jane." She questions, "Where is your employer?" Spencer replies, "At the nearby hotel." They proceed to the hotel together. Jane retrieves the gun Spencer had given her, places it in a bag, and they head to Holbrook's room. Upon entering, Spencer discovers that someone has already murdered his boss. As a proficient detective, Spencer quickly deduces that Holbrook was killed the previous day, and the assassin is the individual who placed the $20 million bounty on Spencer's life. He surveys his surroundings and discovers his boss's watch, which contains a flash drive, yet it is devoid of content. Perplexed, they exit. Jane expresses her desire to return home, but Spencer halts her, asserting that they cannot. She counters, "We will visit my father. He will resolve everything." However, Spencer disagrees. A confrontation ensues. They both proceed to a supermarket. Jane intends to purchase a pregnancy test kit, but is uncertain about which one to choose. They engage in an argument, and a boy approaches to assist her. Spencer, now distrustful of everyone, cautiously reaches for his firearm. Yet, when the boy exhibits no suspicious behavior, Spencer relaxes and takes Jane outside. He informs her, "We must steal this car." Jane consents, stating, "We have already accomplished many things. This is a trivial matter." Spencer proceeds to steal the car, and they drive away. As they depart, Spencer contacts his agency to explain the circumstances. No one there is aware of Holbrook's demise or the $20 million bounty. Spencer comes to the realization that a significant conspiracy is at play. They resolve to investigate Henry's laptop for potential leads. Upon arriving at the office, Jane begins to sift through the laptop's contents. She uncovers only inappropriate videos, followed by numerous photographs of herself and Spencer, all captured by Jane's father. Spencer starts to harbor suspicions about Jane's father. Jane becomes furious. In the meantime, Spencer reminds her to take the pregnancy test. He escorts her to the restroom. He then notices another individual in the office and discovers a colleague, Valeria. Spencer attempts to engage her in conversation, but she kicks him, causing him to fall. Valeria then opens fire. Spencer realizes that the bounty on his head has become widely known. A violent altercation ensues. Spencer is reluctant to harm Valeria, yet she is resolute in her intent to kill him. He retaliates, but when he is knocked down, Valeria wraps a wire around his neck and begins to strangle him. Jane arrives and attempts to shoot Valeria, but upon pulling the trigger, she discovers her gun is unloaded. Utilizing his quick wits, Spencer manages to eliminate Valeria. Jane approaches him and declares, "I am pregnant." However, she quickly adds, "But now these matters are irrelevant because I am leaving you. You have destroyed my life. You have hidden a significant secret from me, and now people are eager to know about your life." She departs, and Spencer is unable to stop her. She states, "My trust is shattered." As she walks away, a delivery boy's vehicle halts in front of Spencer. Shoots the delivery boy. Spencer believes Jane has come to rescue him, but when he rises, he discovers it is Olivia who also intends to kill him. He quickly enters the delivery truck. Olivia attempts to crush him with her car repeatedly. Spencer and we realize them have made amends. No one can tear them apart now. They steal a car and drive away. During the journey, Spencer states, "We must return home. I have left a bag there containing weapons, a substantial amount of cash, and passports. We need to go to another country and remain there for a while." Jane inquires, "Why did you not inform me of this earlier?" But everyone is watching them, suspiciously. Somehow, they manage to escape and reach their home. Both are in separate rooms. Spencer is retrieving guns from one area while Jane is collecting money and passports from the other. Spencer conceals himself while Jane cautiously advances. Jane then spots Christian, who is aiming a gun at her mother. In the meantime, Max and Lily are firing at Spencer, but he manages to escape and eliminates both of them. Christian, now filled with fear, states, "I have always sent you due to your bond with Spencer. I had to eliminate you." At that moment, Confield emerges from behind and shoots Christian. As Confield steps forward, Spencer also approaches, brandishing a gun at Confield. Confield discloses the entire truth. He is a government agent, and the target Holbrook mentioned was actually Confield himself. The instant Confield noticed that card in Spencer's office, he realized what was unfolding. This is why he placed a $20 million bounty on Spencer's head. He further clarifies that he was meant to be on that helicopter in France, but upon seeing Spencer there, he grew suspicious and chose not to board. The agency that employs Spencer has long desired to eliminate Confield because he serves the government. Now, Confield is poised to kill Spencer. Spencer protests, "I was unaware of any of this. I departed from the agency 3 years ago." However, Confield remains skeptical. Then Jane addresses Confield, asserting, "He is speaking the truth. He genuinely loves me, and I am going to become a mother." Upon hearing this, Confield's demeanor softens. They take a seat. Jane urges them to promise one another that they will never doubt each other again. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. Confield and Spencer both draw their firearms, but Jane approaches the door. She opens it to find Mary and promptly punches her, closing the door. A year goes by. Spencer and Jane welcome their children into the world. Confield and Spencer are in the process of installing a security device as they prepare to leave the child with their grandparents. As Spencer exits the room, he activates the device, and the film concludes.